Good morning and welcome. Today, Christmas. We celebrate the birthday of Jesus, the Savior of the world. As I was preaching on Christmas Day, I was looking at the scene that included the Holy Family. There was statues of Joseph, Mary, the baby Jesus, and the shepherds who came to look. I was thinking back when I was growing up, some of the lessons of life that I learned growing up on a farm. We had sheep. And during the winter cold time, the lamb was born. It was interesting to see the birth of a baby. But one of the things that I observed is sometimes the mother, the ewe, would come to the newborn, lick it, clean it, really bond with that lamb. And then Mom knew the smell of her baby. Mom knew the cry of her baby. Mom knew the sight of her baby. And the baby also knew Mom, how important it was for life. If that bond between Mom and baby doesn't happen, most of the time the baby would die. How important it was that it knew the voice of its mom when she called out. How important it was that she knew the looks of its mom. How important it was she knew the smell of mama. To me, I looked at the sheep, they all kind of looked the same. They smelled awful. But how different it is for the baby. It needed to bond with mama. That's true for sheep. It's also true for people. Mom and dad need to bond with the baby. When it is first born, sometimes when I go to visit in the hospital where a baby has been born, and I come into the room and I see mama lying on the bed and the baby right there, learning mom's breathing, learning mom's smell and voice. And now we know it's important for father also. And so dad takes his turn holding the baby, speaking softly to the baby so that it will know his voice as well. I can still remember the smell of my father. It is unique, important to me. And this important part of life, that bond between parent and baby, I thought might give some meaning to our celebration of Christmas. That is, each year at Christmas time, we celebrate. Part of what we do is we look back 2,000 years at the birth of Jesus, and we remember that God became man, what we call the incarnation, became a person in Jesus. It's important in the heart of our faith. We also, of course, remember that this baby would grow up. We begin his story, and it is the story of salvation. That's the second part of our celebration of Christmas. But I'm just going to suggest there's a third part that is so very important. And that is that we have the opportunity ourselves to bond with that baby. To bond. You see, when a parent bonds with a baby, then the parent is so filled with love that they would give their life for that baby. We see this and experience it so much as we see moms and dads constantly sacrificing so much for their baby and then for their children. We see in the middle of the night, mom and dad get up and go to the bed and feed the baby and change the diaper and so forth. It's not a heavy burden for them. They're not mad at the baby. They're delighted to be able to serve and to help, willingly sacrifice. And so it is for us. If we connect with the baby Jesus, then we ourselves will so love that baby that we would give our life for him. We already know he doesn't need to bond with us. He already loves us so much. That's why he came. And in truth, he did sacrifice his life itself for us. But how important it is that we don't just believe about the story of Jesus' birth. We don't just look back at history. And we don't simply assent our faith in Jesus. No. It is important that we fall in love with him. And now we have the opportunity at Christmas time. In our church calendar, Christmas is 2 weeks. We speak about the 12 days of Christmas, a beautiful song. And it's not just a time to sing or express our faith. It's a time to grow our love, to bond with that baby, so that when he grows up and becomes the man whom we will follow this year in the Gospel of Luke, that we will be so in love with him that we will follow him. We will know his voice. In our world of chaos, we'll be able to understand his voice and follow it. In the words of Pope Francis, we will know his smell as well, because it will be our smell as well. We will be one with him. May Christmas celebration fill your hearts with love for Jesus, so that your bond with him will guide your life. May God bless you and your family at Christmas time.